dan salam Kemaman unggul. Saya Aini Kazrina, pengacara SKSI EDUWAVE TV, TV PSS SK Sultan Ismail, Kemaman, Terengganu. Pada 19 April 2020 bersamaan Hari Ahad, telah diadakan satu program kolaborasi antara dua negara iaitu Malaysia dan United Arab Emirates berbicara mengenai budaya membaca. Program ini melibatkan kerjasama antara Bahagian Sumber dan Teknologi Pendidikan Malaysia, Sektor Sumber dan Teknologi Pendidikan Negeri Terengganu dan juga TV PSS Part Channels SMK Padang Kemunting, Kuala Terengganu. Jom sama-sama kita saksikan sepanjang program tersebut berlangsung melalui Google Meet baru-baru ini.
Sis Camilia, how do you see relationship between your success life and reading?
So I feel like we first need to focus into reading. I feel like reading is really fundamental. It really helps you expand your knowledge of the world, and therefore is really vital when you want to apply that knowledge that you've learned into your everyday life. I feel like in the future, knowledge, or even now, knowledge is what really propels us from the rest and makes us outstanding in our performance compared to others. And I feel like to get the greatest advantage of that, you really need to read multiple resources. And I feel like that's why it relates to success so strongly. Also, I feel like one of our life's purposes personally, I feel like our life should be a continuous learning experience. And in order to achieve that, reading is really the best way to do so, by just continuously reading and learning. Also, I feel like reading is the key to enhance your vocabulary and really build your communication skills, which is vital in this world, because I feel like globalization is such a big thing today, and really building that vocabulary and expressing your ideas clearly to someone is really crucial in this time and age.
So the next question is about COVID-19. So what is the latest status of COVID-19 in Dubai, and how your government handled the outbreak? I mean, what happened to school and university? Yeah, could you share with us?
Yeah, sure. So basically, the UAE has introduced precautionary measures in order to protect us. Currently, I think they introduced it about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. We have a 24-hour confinement, and in order to guarantee that 24-hour confinement, they imposed regular police patrol around Dubai, just to make sure that everyone is indoors. They also installed ground rules, like one person of the family should go out at a time, or one person of that household, and you're only allowed to leave for valid reasons. So, for example, my father always leaves for grocery shopping. And also, whenever you're going out, masks and gloves are compulsory when you want to go out. My dad told me about this. They actually added temperature control in certain concentrated public places, which basically in like very popular public areas. And I feel like it's very perceptive, and the whole situation is gratefully well taken care of. Specifically for education, like you asked, I feel like the UAE and the Ministry of Education really took the right path. Because what they did, as soon as they announced that schools were going to be cancelled, they moved our 2-week break in beginning of April, I believe, and moved it 2 weeks earlier. And this not only provided time for schools to figure out how they were going to teach online school and run the school the best they could, but also it really was beneficial for us students, because even though, yes, it was 2 weeks and it was holiday fun, the 2 weeks really gave us time, I think, to realize what was happening and really get a grasp of the mindset and dedication that was required when we were going to start online school.
So, sis, now everyone in the world, including Malaysia, also me, everyone in the world is going through a very difficult time, including students from all levels. So, how is the learning process in Dubai during the pandemic of COVID-19? Can you share with us?
Yeah, so specifically my school, they coped with COVID-19 by taking the right measures. And what I mean by right measures is that 2 week break that I was talking about. They really took a long time planning out and preparing what online learning would give to us students. Basically, what we have is they really reinforced the importance of attending lessons by creating an online register that we have to take every morning. So obviously, it really gives us a purpose to wake up in the morning, really motivate us to go to school, as of like otherwise we would receive consequences, which none of us wants. And also, they actually reinforce the importance of attending lessons by doing live lessons, and they started conducting live lessons. So basically, what happened is that the online school here, we only thought it would only last 2 weeks and it was going to be temporary. So when we first started online school for those 2 weeks, it was a lot of independent learning. But over time, when they realized that it was going to extend all the way till the end of this year, they started imposing live lessons. So you might be familiar with them. We use Google Meets and Microsoft Teams. And I feel like these live lessons were really useful personally because it's really easier to have class discussions. Like I mentioned for English, I mean, just analyzing a text by yourself just wasn't enough and was quite demotivating up to an extent. So having those class discussions again in class really was like beneficial for us. And also what's really like beneficial as well is whenever we want to ask questions to teachers, they can just respond straight away. Yeah, also I really want to comment on the fact that live lessons really started to become more interesting and started to be really fun because, like I said, we started to really interact with our friends again and have those class discussions, those debates, even interacting with your teacher felt comforting again. So yeah.
Okay, Camilia, how people in Dubai celebrate Ramadan, and do they have like a Bazar Ramadan?
Ramadan soup.
Ramadan soup or anything else that's very special?
Here we actually have a lot of celebrations. They have the fireworks in the marina during Ramadan, and they have a lot of iftars that are open in multiple hotels that have a lot of culinary foods from different places. And obviously, since Ramadan is closely associated to obviously like the culture, they have a lot of Arabic food, but also like from so many different places, so many different countries. Yeah, it's they usually like to celebrate a lot. Neighbors party like all the time and just have a like great fun between like family and friends.
Yes, our food in Terengganu, in state Terengganu, we have a very special food one. We call it ikan singgang.
That's nice.
Can you say it?
Can you repeat it?
Ikan
Ikan
singgang.
singgang.
Yeah. So, ikan singgang is like more to fish soup, but the soup is like more to yellow color one, and it's Terengganuians very love it. And also one more thing is budu.
Budu.
Budu, yeah, budu is our favorite too, which is we eat it with ikan singgang too. We combine it and it's very delicious. You should try one day. You will be able in Terengganu.
Anyway, thank you, Camilia. Thank you, Shafiq and Amy and everybody here. For me, this program is a really, really great because this interview I consider is an important step into getting to know each other. We can change the idea, and educates us on different expression and view.
I'm Shafiq, and Aimi would like to say thank you very much to Camilla for joining us today, and to all audience. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Camilia, for the sharing. It's very beneficial to me, and I hope one day we can meet face to face. I'm really excited to know more about you. So thank you so much for the sharing.
Semoga hubungan yang telah terbina ini dapat membuka ruang antara dua negara ini untuk meningkatkan lagi pembacaan di kalangan rakyat masing-masing. Sekian saja daripada saya Aini Kazrina melaporkan untuk SKSI EDUWAVE TV, TV PSS SK Sultan Ismail, Kemaman, Terengganu. Bye!